Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming. On all you Final Fantasy Randomania fans all over this planet, we have an absolutely blockbuster match tonight of 2-2 Tyerenex versus Trinton. I am the Hangry Canuck, and I will be bringing you the action. So, these runners, they don't really need introductions, but they're going to get one anyway. They're both well known in the community. Tyerenex does a lot of work for the community, as does Trinton. So. But this is a big match, big implications on the line. Either winner only has to play one match to get to the brackets. The loser could possibly have to play two. So there's big implications here. So hopefully we'll get started in a few minutes, but... yeah, the thief was forced to walk the plank. And the black mage is your capitano. Yeah, it's going to be great. We'd like to welcome all of you here. We'd like to thank Speed Gaming for all they do to help us, as well as this evening we have Raxi's Muse on the tracker. He will be keeping me in line and making sure I know where everything was and everything's going to be. I will be joined in the commentary booth a little bit later by my partner in crime, but we will leave that for a surprise for now. So see, Trinton has his party made, going with 2 fighters, a red and a black. I like this team. If white magic isn't strong, then this is going to lend itself. Ooh, we have the exact same party make. Interesting. I guess both are expecting white magic to not be that strong. Yo, Mr. Versetti. So we'll see if... I have a feeling if white magic is strong, you may see a reroll here from either runner. So, we're just waiting on the action to begin. Both runners are readied up. We're just waiting for them to begin. You must ban sub 1 hour floater if you ban Steve. Yeah, I believe if you see level 1 fade and exit, you may see a reroll. I would almost guarantee you'll see a reroll. Hey, Meridian, how are ya? Anyway, I think both runners have readied up. We're just waiting to see. Alright, sorry about that. We're just trying to straighten this out here, and they should be underway shortly. I like this party here. The rainbow mages would be... I would prefer rainbow mages, because that way there, if, say, white magic isn't that strong, and the red mage gets all the good stuff, you can almost stand the white mage and then run 3-party strat. This way here is not going to lend itself for them to do 3-party strat. So... alright, we are about to get started. The countdown has begun. Hopefully when the stream catches up, we'll have some fast and furious Final Fantasy Rando action here. Two-person parties could pay off, experience-wise. Just waiting on my stream to catch up here. And away we go. Right away, Tyerenex is rearranging his party, which leads me to believe we're going to see white magic first. Ooh, see Cure 3. Black magic. Oh, there's no good AoE magic. There's no AoE magic. Gonna pick up some sleep. Gonna be disappointing for that black wizard. Well, there's rapiers for sale, but done by scimitars for his fighters. Good pickup. Because as you can see, they're not going to have much magic for Garland. Invis 2. Ooh, red mage can't lose. Can't learn Cure 3 or Invis 2. Wow. Looking at the black shop, Sleep 2. Ooh, there is no good magic at level 1. Cheap pro rings, 62k. Lord of the Synth, you'd re-roll. I would tend to agree. Let's see here. Ooh, real estate market's pretty expensive. Well, 36k for a house isn't bad, to be honest. Or 3.6k, sorry. It's not bad for a house. If I could get a house that cheap, I'd live in one. Alright, and right away Tyerenex is off, and he is gonna get rid of the cutscene. Right away, does this mean he's gonna make the Matoya play early, or is he just gonna get rid of the cutscene and go back and save? And Tyerenex is off and running, as is Trinton. Both runners are doing the same thing, it seems. Getting the cutscene out of the way and going back and saving, so they don't have to do it again. Tyerenex is the first to get into a fight. We see some imps. He's going to try to take them down swinging. With all the weapons, same thing. Trinton doing the same. Ooh, 77 damage. Critical on an imp. The poor imp. Alright, Tyerenex is the first to level 2. With Trinton right behind him. Trinton didn't go back to save. Well, Tyerenex is going to be the first to enter Temple of Fiends. Going to get a look at the first chest. 629 gold. Gonna fight a ghoul. Oh, the ghoul takes down the red mage. Ghoul's packing. Oh, we got a route diversions already. It appears Trinton is actually heading for Provoca. So it's kind of must be hoping to get like a town with more magic. I agree with that. Because if this is Provoca or Vanilla Provoca, or Elfland, who knows? There could be some good level 2, level 3 magic. Silver Dagger and a soft potion. Oh, but Trinton, just Leffinish. So we know Provoca is Leffinish. We're gonna get a first look at Garland here. Oh, 2 men down on Tyerenex's side. Garland comes out swinging. Garland's asleep, taking a nap. Oh, Garland's up. Garland's almost down again. Garland's hanging in there. Gone to sleep again. Garland's sleeping on the job. Not good. Not good. And Tyerenex will be the first to beat Garland. And the king gives us the crystal. And the slab from the princess. So either or. So this means good play towards Provoca now. Kiroshin, the loose item could be anything. Looks like Tyerenex is going to bring his light warriors back to life. Meanwhile, Trinton doing a little bit of level grinding. Level and save it. Bought himself some armor for his fighter. He stole a blind lady's crystal. Tisk tisk, what a king. Looks like Tyerenex is going to buy some chain armor for his fighters and his red mage. Buff them up early game. Meanwhile, Trinton is making his way towards the Temple of Fiends himself. Got level 3 along the way, which is good. And now we have Tyerenex heading off. No real estate yet, so they can't save. So they have to deal with the encounter table they're given at the moment. Tyerenex is going to go return the crystal to the old lady, and we'll see what she gives him in gratitude. See what she's stockpiling in her 5,700 gold, 100 money in a tent. Oh, and we have Open Sea. The ship. That's going to open a lot of ground quickly for Tyerenex. Meanwhile, Trinton making his way through Temple of Fiends, clearing out the chests. Looks like he put that black mage at the top. Looks like he's planning to kill off that black mage, I would say. Meanwhile, Tyerenex gonna make his way over to Provoca, get the bad news that it's Gaia, and turn around. Although I believe that's where his ship is hiding at the moment. Tyerenex getting the soft potion and the silver dagger. Looks like he put his black mage at the top too, so... Oh, no, Tyerenex rearranged. Making good use of that tent though. Get around the bad enemy placement. As Trinton takes on Garland. Big swings. Garland hits Edge for 17, Will for 12, Edge strikes back for 11, Hymo 44, terminated. Meanwhile, Tyerenex is almost at Provoca, about to get the bad news. He does have the slab, but without Melman, it's not much good. Trinton picking up his crystal and slab. Now, Trinton already knows Provoca is no good to him, so... he'll be ready to go. Oh, looks like the boat's at Matoya's dock. Tyerenex gets the bad news. Although I don't know if Tyerenex knows where his boat is. Ah, he's found it. And away he goes. So we'll see what Tyerenex decides to do next. Is he going to go check Elfland, or is he going to head for Melman? Oh yeah, we'll see if Trinton will cash in. I imagine Trinton will cash in that crystal. Meanwhile, Tyerenex looks like Tyerenex is going to head towards the old Melman, or he might be going to check the dwarfs. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Trinton's going to turn in his crystal, get his ship. He's sailing the high seas. Yeah, looks like Tyerenex is hitting up the old Melman, and we have Gaia. So, if Gaia at Melman, so Tyerenex just going to check. Probably going to check the item shop for the loosed item. Meanwhile, Trinton's gonna rob the old lady before he gives the crystal back, so she doesn't see. Cheap tent, so that will be good. But no vendor item yet, so vendor item is still on. Trinton grabs his ship, and oh, he is off. Now he knows he doesn't have to hit up Provoca right away because he's already in there. Cabins are cheaper than tents. Interesting. Tyerenex stocks up on heals, so he's set to go. Give the weapons shop a quick check. Nothing much good there. Armor shop. Ooh, pretty expensive steel armor. Would be good for your fighter, but been a pinch towards the end. Meanwhile, Trinton has hit the high seas. Tyerenex reviving his life, getting some fresh stamina back, and we'll see where he's off to next. Looks like Trinton is going to hit up the old Elfland. Meanwhile, Tyerenex making his way to the dwarfs, I can only think. Oh, and look at that. Elfland is Crescent Lake. So we will get to see what the fine citizens of Crescent Lake have to offer today. Meanwhile, Tyerenex making his way again to the dwarfs. Gonna check the two chests there. Trinton stocking up on heals and tents and cabins and all the good stuff. Let's see, we're gonna get our first look at the dwarfs here in a minute. Tyerenex ambushed by some I think that's what they're called nowadays. Alright, well, we get to see what level 6 magic is. Ooh, silver armor. That's good for your red mage. Trinton's gonna check out level 6 white, cure 2, soft heal 2, lamp. Not much useful there. There's lit 3 and quake. Some AoE magic. Lamp could be good in certain situations, I guess. Alright, Trinton is now, look at this, these old men have been drinking all day, and now they're just staggering around, and they have explosives. Give confused old man's explosive. Yeah, Crescent Lake could be a crater in a few hours. That or Trinton did them a favor and saved their lives. Gonna now, one can only think Trinton is gonna go check what the TNT holds. Meanwhile, Tyerenex is gonna make his way down to Elfland. Find out that it's Crescent Lake, get the TNT, and realize that he's gonna have to double dip, because he's already checked the dwarfs. I would say this puts Trinton in the lead just a little bit. Yep, Piercing Mountain, I think I'd put Trinton slightly ahead right now, because he does have that one more key item. So Tyerenex gonna check out the magic, Trinton gonna rob the dwarfs right quick. Checking his items to make sure he has the TNT. Hooray! The memes are alive. Alright, we're gonna trade some TNT for Oxyale. The way to sea is open. Tyerenex found silver swords in Crescent Lake. That's a good find. That'll put your fighters good power for the start. Tyerenex now talking to the crazy old men, gets the TNT. Be interesting to see what Trinton decides to do next. It's looking like Swamp or an early Earth dive. Could be. One of these runners would take the risk and maybe dive Earth early. Something could possibly turn up there. Looks like Trinton is going to head towards the old Melman now, which is Gaia. Crescent Lake was at Old Elfland. DM store. Trinton finding out that steel armor is too pricey. Trinton checking out the item shop. Meanwhile, we have Tyerenex heading to turn in his TNT. Yeah, the world is open right now with the ship. They could either take, go check the old Crescent Lake and go down towards Onrak, or they could dive the dreaded swamp. Dun dun dun. Meanwhile, Tyerenex gets his Oxyale. Looks like Trinton is sailing towards Crescent Lake or Onrak. Looks like Onrak first. Seems to be the play. Hoping to find Provoca. DM Stewart, yes, it's still Swamp Ice and Ordeals for incentive. I would imagine Oxyale would taste like stale air. It's been in a bottle for a while. Possibly sea incentive loose. Anything's possible, John Reese. Anything's possible. Looks like Trinton is going to make his way to Onrak, so we're going to get to see what Onrak is going to be. Oh, ambushed by some frost wolves and a frost giant. Quick reset. Follow the sea to find Onrak. I agree. Meanwhile, Tyerenex is sailing to high seas. And we have Melmond. Onrak is Melmond. And with the slab, they do have to turn it, which Trinton is going to do right away. And everybody knows where Lefane is, so would you make the trek back, or would you continue to check down here? Oh, and look at this. Zozo Melmond. For those of you that don't know, Melmond actually, on the tiles that are desert, you can get dead encounters with the undead. That kind of look like this. That are actually giving Trinton the business here. And I believe they're going to wipe him. Ah, he saved right before the town. Smart fella, that Trinton. Let's see if he remembers to go translate his slab again, though. Let's just see. It looks like Tyerenex is heading towards Crescent Lake first. The old Crescent Lake. Ah, yeah, Trinton's gonna remember. Smart lad. Oh, he got another encounter. Looks like the raids are dangerous. They hit pretty hard, and I think they had that. Oh, the images with heat. Oh, the raids. Guys with dark. Yeah, Tyerenex heading towards Crescent Lake, so we'll get to see. Oh, another ambush. Ooh, the undead are ambushing. That is gonna make Swamp difficult, or Marsh difficult, I think. What pool does Zozo Melman draw encounters for? Just the undead, like ice and stuff like that. I guess you could say the Swamp Cave, maybe, or ice even. Yeah, Melmond is a death trap, I agree. Oh, and Tyerenex finds old Provoca at Crescent Lake. And look at that, Fire 2 and Brack, and Zap. Some good black magic. Trinton, translating a slab for the third time. I guess he doesn't, I guess he's a kind of a slow learner, maybe. I don't believe you can, Piercing. Oh, exit, level 2. Red Mage learnable. I'm pretty sure you can only get the lower level enemies. Although I think you can get pirates. I know you can get pirates. Nuke at level 5. There we go. Oh. Meanwhile, Tyerenex gonna fight the pirates off here. No AoE magic, so... Oh no, that's right, he picked the fire too. How about zombies? Zombie dragons? No, I believe it's just the Geist family. And the raids and images you can find there, Piercing. And Bicky had the Rubik's Cube. So Trinton is off. See what he plans to do next. Is he gonna go check out what Lephanish is? Because he does know Provoca is Lephanish. So we'll see what he decides to do, or is he gonna go to Crystal Lake? Meanwhile, Tyerenex equipping his fighters with some iron armor. That'll help them out a lot. The DM Stewart, no sign of the chime yet, but we're only 16 minutes in. Lots of places to check. Yes, Piercing Mountain, that is correct. And you can get pirates sometimes. Like Etap said. So, Trinton is sailing, sailing, sailing the ocean blue. Is Trinton planning on killing his black mage? I don't know. Hey Falconic, welcome to the chat. Wolt will be a little bit late. He should be along very shortly though. Alright, Tyerenex leaving Crescent Lake now. Looks like Trinton is gonna go back and talk to the loop of people. Solar Canuck mode activated. Ooh, unrunnable Sahags. That could be dangerous later on.
Yeah, I think at this point we're seeing, you know, an earth cave that's going to be full of ambushes and a water that's not going to be fun.
Oh yeah, Team Scrub activated. How you doing, my friend?
Just fine. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late. The automobile troubles. So, I see Trinton's decided to go ahead and go find out what the secret of Little Fane is.
Yup. The rod. So Earth is on the table now.
Yeah, but he also now knows that Earth is not a pleasant place. Like, I'm pretty sure some of those formations in Zozo Melmond are drawn from Earth.
That is not really a good song for C. Oh, Trinton taking the beat, and those Sahags are dangerous. They're unrunnable at that. And black magic has not been very good to them this seed. I'm surprised the black mages are still upright.
Well, I mean, Provoca was at Crescent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, I imagine they're both waiting to see if, or at least Tyerenex might be waiting to see if Elfland can redeem the first 4 levels of black magic.
Well, Nuke is here at level 5, so... But we still haven't found Elfland yet, so Elfland is probably going to be airship locked at this point in time. It's either going to be the old Lephanish or the old Gaia. So there'll be no level 3 or 4 black or white magic for a while yet. At least until we find the floater. Nuke, Ice Tree, Fire 3 at level 5. But when you got Nuke, what do you need Fire Tree and Ice Tree for?
There are circumstances where you might want one of those just to have a little bit of extra penetration on your spells. A little bit harder to save against, but Yeah, generally speaking, you're probably just gonna be better off nuking everything in your path.
Well, I probably would have picked a better choice of words than penetrating, but looks like Trinton is actually going to me. I'm not sure about this play, to be honest. Trinton is going to head over to the old Crescent Lake.
Yeah, nah, I mean, he's gonna go ahead and find out what's here. He knows that Provoke and Elfland are still out there, as well as on Rack, so any of those three are worth knowing the location of if you have the ability to get there. And he also knows he doesn't want to deal with Marsh Cave until he has to, or at least until he's better equipped for the task.
So Trinton is going to find out level 2 magic is giving him a little bit of AoE. Exit level 2 is nice, but I don't know if it's red mage learnable or not.
It should be. Level 2 white magic is open to everyone.
It's in the top slot, so that's something I gotta learn one of these days, is what spell is good.
Level 2 is just yes. If it's at level 2, anyone who can do white magic can do it. It's the only spell level that's like that.
So it looks like he saved room to check what the black was, and now he's gonna grab exit again. Meanwhile, Tyerenex is back. We haven't seen the vendor item yet either, so that could be something awaiting us.
Also, question, chat, is the canoe or airship required to reach the Oasis shop? And that is a yes. You either need to be able to row up the river from the dock to get there, or you need to just be able to land south of the or, well, actually just on top of the Oasis.
Tyerenex picking up his rod. At the same time, Trinton gets his cube. So we have Oxyale, we have cube, we don't have chime, we have the rod. So 2 of the 3 of the 4 fiends are open right now.
I mean, in theory.
Mind you,
You still need to have a canoe in order to
can't get to the volcano.
Yeah. But, it is one of those things where, yeah, as soon as they get their hands on that canoe, they can start making progression toward getting their orbs lit. That being said, I do have to wonder what you do at this point. Like, both runners are now aware that their 2 dungeon options are either head to Earth Cave or head to Marsh Cave. And if I had to take a guess, I think Tyerenex has decided he'd rather deal with Marsh Cave.
Well, Marsh Cave has an incentive item for sure. So, that is the play, right? I mean, Earth could have something, and you could take the chance, and you could pick up something good. But at the moment, I think these runners kind of want to get the incentivized locations out of the way, because they're looking for that floater or that canoe to open up more of the world. Right now, it looks like Trinton's going to do a grind, brought his black mage back to life. Notice his nuke's at level 5, so he figures that would be a good help. Everybody accepts their fate going to Marsh.
Yeah, I think finding that exit for both of them has made that Marsh dive a lot less unpleasant to think about.
Oh, definitely, but Marsh is still Marsh. You gotta get there. The Tyerenex we're about to see. Is he gonna go north first, or is he gonna head south?
I mean, the north first gives you a chance to kind of get a feel for the dungeon encounter table, and you also have a good chance of finding something useful up there. Plus, it's less of a waste of time to have to double back. And, oh hey, unrunnable bones and crawl formation. With damage poison.
Ouch.
So anyway, I feel like that Earth play might be in the cards.
No, I think they're gonna fight through Marsh. Shadows had heat, or I can't remember what it was now. They had something. I have a feeling if these 3 chests... Ooh, unrunnable gargoyles as well. Let's see if they have anything dangerous.
Just Stinger.
Stinger, yeah, that's annoying though. You gotta go in your menu, you gotta poison everybody. Just time waster mostly. Not much of a danger. Looks like Trinton's done his leveling.
I mean, if you don't care about the viewers at home, you can just stay poisoned and take your headphones off, which it appears Tyerenex has opted to do. Oh,
He doesn't have...
he may have been out of cures.
Yeah, he is very... Cash has not been readily available in this seed. There's been cash, but everything has been expensive. Ooh, defense sword.
And a second pure. The seed has been merciful.
Yeah, he's still gotta go there again. Meanwhile, Trinton's off and sailing. Looks like he is probably gonna be making the marsh play as well. He's just gonna dock the boat south of the old F-land instead of north.
Well, the way he wound up routing through everything, that makes sense.
Yeah, that way if the airship happens to be in Marsh, then his ship is pretty much already all set to go get it, so...
Well, I mean, that, and he already cleaned up his business on the inner sea side of Elfland, so... There's no need for him to hustle on back.
Looks like Tyerenex is burning off a few encounters. See if he's getting a nice long run here. Oh, unrunnable bones. So it's not the crawl that's unrunnable, it's the bones.
Well, that formation, I believe, can have 0 to 2 crawls and, like, 0 to 1 or 2 red bones in it. It's just that Tyerenex managed to roll the formation that had just the bones.
Bones with damage poison. Not good. Not good. Geist with dark. That's more annoying than anything else, although lamp is available.
Tyerenex's party counting arachnids.
Tyerenex making his way. It seems like he's hit a pretty decent part of the encounter table now. Skipping that top chest, but that top chest is linked, so... These unrunnable gargoyles could be a problem. Especially since Tyerenex has no pures. So, folks, you're gonna have to endure some sounding in unless our lovely tracker, Braxius, will change the sound over.
I don't think it's gonna matter in this case. I can't imagine either of them are going to wind up with enough pures.
Oh, everybody's poisoned now on Tyerenex's side.
Yeah,
Unrunnable gargoyles, that's an arachnids with sleep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Tyerenex's party was counting arachnids there for a minute, and it looks like Trinton's doing the same.
Trinton and Mux with stun touch at that. Oh, arachnids with break. Oh, wow. This swamp is packing. Or Marsh.
Just to address a question, chat, the poison thing is a problem, but it's not a can he make it back to town problem. He's got more than enough healing to... As long as he just remembers that he is taking damage continuously, he should be able to make it out in one piece, and back to Elfland to buy pures.
Well, Trinton's stunned again. And we got 4 wizards. They're runnable though, so that's okay. Ooh, the adamant. Is he gonna check the rest?
Well, he can easily check one more chest, and then he may decide to... Well, he's not. He's going to go ahead and get this upper right-hand chest and then exit out.
Trinton is feeling the sting of the poison of the bones. He felt the sting.
Yeah, just to address the question, chat, it is the defense and the katana that are in the other 2 spots for the swords. We do not actually track Excalibur on this one because you tend to know when someone has Excalibur. And it looks like Trinton found those poison bones.
Yeah, that was round 2. Tyerenex has made it out of Marsh, though. Is on his way.
Yeah, we can probably safely swap back to Tyerenex at this point. He's going to be unpoisoned here in about 30 seconds.
I don't know. I think I would have went and checked the dwarf cave first, to be quite honest, while I was already on the way up there.
I mean, he's also
got
very
lots of
heavily
heals.
poisoned.
Well, he's got lots of heals, though. Oh, unrunnable bones with damage poison. What do you do? Hope you get the fire 2 off first.
Which Trinton does, yeah.
Alright, Tyerenex with some gold now, so... You can put your headphones back on, people. There'll be no ring today.
You realize if they took their headphones off, they couldn't actually hear you saying that, right, Canuck?
Whatever. Who listens to me anyway? I don't listen to me half the time.
I'm not gonna say anything here for the sake of future team cohesion. Anyway, it looks like...
unrunnable ogres, too.
I mean, honestly, this is kind of a good thing, all things considered. Like, most of the unrunnable formations we've seen so far, you're not going to see again. Like, at this point. Maybe the gargoyles in Earth, but that's pretty much it, so...
Trinton getting his out of it. He gets out right away. I don't know if he checked the rest of the chests.
No, he didn't. He literally just made a beeline.
He just literally left.
Yeah, he made a beeline straight for it. We know that he didn't miss out on much.
Looks like the girl ogres need some glasses because they're squinting. Meanwhile, Tyerenex gonna go to hand in this adamante. Give it to the blacksmith and see what the blacksmith makes out of it. Come on, cabin. Ooh, the canoe. An adamant canoe. That's gonna be tough. Gonna be heavy, too.
Well, it's one of those things with boat design. You know, it's more about how you displace the weight than the actual weight of the raw materials.
Yeah,
you can make a canoe out of concrete if you really need to.
To answer your question, yes, Marshy, Trinton did, because Trinton did not check the upper chests. So, I have a feeling he's going to be going to seed without the defense sword. Because I can't see anything leading him back. Good thing to have Oxyale to make it float, I like that. So Trinton gonna hand in his adamant, get his canoe. Now with the canoe, do you think about making a volcano ice cave play? Or do you hit up Waterfall?
See, if it were me in this situation, I'd probably consider Waterfall before Ice Cave. Especially if I have Trinton's knowledge, which I probably would because I have to poke Zozo Melmond if I find it early, just in case the pirate encounter is, like, right at the beginning of the table.
I would head for Waterfall as well, because you have Ordeals close by. So that's 2 key items you can get in pretty quick successions if the dungeons are nice deep.
Yeah, and it looks like Tyerenex is heading for Ordeals.
That's a good play.
Yeah. Now, I personally like Ordeals and Waterfall, especially when I'm around level 8 or 9 and I've got a couple of decent spells to deal with threats there, because you can easily hit level 13 just doing those 2 dungeons if you take pretty much every fight that is viable to take.
Oh, we have him in sync. Look at that. In sync. Heading for Ordeals.
But Trinton is going to get in first, just because of that little Catman fight Tyerenex caught right before he could get inside.
And for the folks at home that don't know, these pillars are randomized. So any pillar can take you anywhere. And without warp, if you make a mistake, you're forced to start over. Let's see what this Zomble has to offer everybody. A little slap in the teeth for edge, not too much though. Darkwing Drake, did Tyre equip yet? Did Tyre equip what, buddy? You like crown required ordeals. Nice. Ooh, we got some Medusas. Boat runners trying to make their way through these pillar maze. See who's the first one to get there.
I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of like to check the linked chest on this floor. Because I like knowing if mud golems are worth taking on, and it's a guaranteed mud golem encounter.
Yeah, I don't like that, because if the mud golems come out swinging, you're dropping.
Yeah, but it's usually not that bad a walk back if you have to reset out of the mud golem fight. Now, in this seed, I'd probably be less eager for it, just because I know I wouldn't have the melee damage to put it out, and they're going to resist that fire too. Like, I probably would avoid them in this case, just knowing that I don't have the firepower to take them down.
Darkwing Drake. But he didn't equip the defense sword, but he can still use it as an item, and it does count towards an invis. So, we'll see if that comes into play sometime before. Man, they're having some trouble with this maze today.
Yeah, it looks like it's the far pillar in the 4-pillar room that's going to get them out of here.
You know, funny story, I didn't know that forward pillar existed until I started doing this randomizer.
I mean, all I knew about the pillar maze was, go down. Just keep going down. I'm honestly not even sure if you're supposed to go straight down in this room. The 4-pillar room.
Yeah, you hit the pillar you just hit.
Okay, then yeah, all I know is just hold down.
Yeah, it looks like look like it's confusing. Bow runners are just going around and around in circles here.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the problem you run into when you have a setup like this where all 3 pillars lead back into an earlier part of the maze. It looks like, honestly, all 3 pillars led to different branch points too, so it kind of easily leads to this big loopy thing, but I think Ty's picked up on where he needs to go.
Oh, Trinton just hit that pillar again. Looks like Trinton knows he's got to go to that far one. And there's the staircase. Sometimes it's as easy as that.
Yeah, Trinton managed to pick up a friendlier section of the encounter table, it looks like.
Alright, Tyerenex found it as well. Does that mean you cannot soft lock? Piercing Mountain, I believe they took that out of the randomizer.
Yeah, so it was for a while the case that you could still get the soft lock if you did spend too long in the pillar maze. I assume you're referring to the taking too many pillars and overflowing the stack. Our code wizards here at the Final Fantasy Randomizer, I believe it might have been Meridian actually there in chat, figured out a way to prevent that from happening. So now you can take as many pillars as you want and nothing bad will happen. I mean, aside from you being lost in a maze forever.
So Ordeals holds the bottle. Boat runners know where Gaia is, so that is another check.
And Gaia is conveniently on its way to Earth Cave. If you wanted to do that.
Tyerenex having a little bit of issue with these zombie dragons, trying to put them to sleep. Were they unrunnable, or is he just trying for the experience, I wonder? No, they're runnable. Looks like Trinton's gonna take the fight as well.
Alright, being corrected in chat by Meridian, it was Entroper, the father of Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Oh, and Trinton's in trouble. Zombie dragons have wiped out his fighter. Gets away. And boat runners are out of Ordeals. With the bottles in tow, gonna have a little drink to celebrate. Gonna put their adamant canoe on the river for a bit, and then hop in the boat. So let's see if Trinton decides to go waterfall or check what the bottle holds.
I think our tracker, Braxious Muse, pointed out something over in the Discord. Checking Waterfall does also give you the option to go ahead and check the Oasis. And since we haven't seen that vendor item yet, our options are kind of running low on where it could be.
Well, there's only 2 towns left that are boat floater locked, so... Looks like Tyerenex is going to head straight for the waterfall here.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're planning to check Oasis now, you might as well go ahead and check the waterfall, because if it turns out that it's floater, then you don't have to walk to Oasis. You can just fly there.
And Danny, good evening to you too. Thank you for joining us this fine evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it looks like Trinton's going with the 2-man. I don't agree with it, but it's his choice.
I can kind of jive with it. You know, if you find something good for that black mage, he's probably not going to lag too far behind to where you don't need to pick him up. And it looks like Trinton is going straight for the Oasis. And there is the crown 47 big ones.
47k crown. Man, the king is cheap. I think he can make a crown more expensive than that.
Well, yes, but not by very much.
Looks like Trinton is gonna try to break some Frostgator here. Oh, Frostgator's with ice too. That seems legit. Ice Gator, Frost 2, Ice 2, yeah, that's legit. Alright, looks like Trinton is gonna make his way somewhere.
I think he might be close to that 47k, because I can't see another reason for him to be out on the river.
No, I think he was only at like 27. I don't think he was close. To be honest, yeah, he's at 24,000, so... Looks like he's gonna maybe he's just trying to level up a little bit before he goes into the Waterfall and get a few extra levels. Which isn't a bad idea, really, because Waterfall can cause a problem. Looks like Tyerenex is going for the Waterfall as well. Looks like both runners are following each other's footsteps pretty closely here. Aside from the early route diversions, they've come together pretty nicely at this point. Tyerenex giving us our first look at the Waterfall. Will we see out of bounds bat today? Put 1 in chat for yes, 2 in chat for no.
I'm going to go with 1.5.
Now, vote.
It is entirely possible that one of them will see the bat and the other one won't.
Nightmares with poison touch. And it looks like Trinton's getting rubbed. Rubbed the wrong way. Hydras with rub. That's not a very good sign. Especially if they have to go to Ice Cave or Volcano to get their floater. Tyerenex is almost to the robot. Beep boop, beep boop. No out of bounds bat.
Oh, and unrunnable whiz mummies and mummies and cockatrices.
This could be risky.
Fortunately, they've got that exit, so this isn't the end of the world.
No, they won't have to come across this tile again unless they want to get levels, but I don't think they really have many charges of fire too, so... And Tyerenex at level 11 now. Let's see what the Waterfall, X-Cal, Opal Shield, some cash. The robot was playing some sweet music, so you won't hear no beep boop tonight.
And Tyerenex is in prime position to go ahead and pick up that crown if he goes to Oasis.
Yeah. Now, would you sell the X-Cal?
No.
To pick up the crown? I think I would. At this point, I think I would.
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to gamble on finding one of the other swords.
But he has that Opal Shield too, so... No, it looks like he's just gonna go. Hello in chat, whoever that is. Your name is white, so I can't see it.
That would be VTR Lexus. Thank you, highlighting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Blank for now.
Congratulations, Blank. You've been upgraded to a Final Fantasy IX character. Yeah, he has the money for it, but he never went to Oasis, so he doesn't know the crown's there.
Oh, that is right, eh?
So he's probably doing what I was mentioning before, thinking, you know, I don't want to go out of my way for Oasis, I can check it once I find the floater.
Okay, I will call you VTA from now on.
I'm sticking with Blank. Blank was best boy in Final Fantasy IX. Oh, we never checked the ferry, did we?
Nope. Tyerenex is gonna give us our first look. Gonna let the fairy out of the bottle. Gotta be hard to breathe in that bottle, though. So he's gonna stock up on some more heals. Meanwhile, Trinton making his way through the waterfall seems to be pretty... Oh, there's Obi. And Trinton gets the bad news.
What you're saying is that it was 1.5.
For team cohesion, I will keep my mouth shut about that right now.
Well played, Canuck. Well played.
This fight could be rough for Trinton, though, because he doesn't have any more fire, too. And he doesn't have any AoE stuff. Ooh, and the whiz mummies are hitting hard. And he has nothing to hit them with. Oh, no, he's got another fire, too, but it didn't do much the first time.
Oh!
Did anybody see what the
fairy
fairy
had?
had?
He doesn't have any fire 2 left? You realize what that means, right?
He's got one, but I don't think it's going to get them. Meanwhile,
no,
the tail has been found.
Do you not remember what else is on the fire 2 level?
Oh,
that's his exit supply.
Gone. Reset. And thank you, Wandering Keeper, for letting us know that was the tail that the fairy had. I did miss that, I am sorry.
Oh, I totally caught it, but we were too busy being upset about Trenton's fate, and oh, look, there's more unrunnable whiz mummies. So, if I'm not crazy, I think that means this formation is also going to pop up in Mirage Tower, right?
You are correct. I think at this point in time, I'd revive my Black Mage if I was Trinton. Because he does have fire 2 on him. Meanwhile, Tyerenex was
I can only see one problem with that idea, Canuck. Trenton doesn't have life magic, and the only town that's convenient to him is Melmond.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, he's just going to have to fight this one out.
Looks like Tyerenex is heading the short way to go to ice. Docking up in Provoca and coming down. Due to extended progression, there is a way to get to the ice cave from there now.
Well, I think that's actually just part of open progression.
Maybe I gotta read up on this open progression stuff.
So open progression is the only one that was in effect last year for the tournament. So the map edits that you were used to last year, those are the ones that are in open progression.
Blank, that color is perfect. Meanwhile, Trinton is trying the waterfall again. Tyerenex heading for Ice Cave. That adamant canoe is staying afloat pretty good.
Yeah. I don't dislike this play from Tyerenex. If floaters here in Ice Cave, you don't have to worry about going back to the ship or anything like that, and you can hit Volcano on the way.
If floater is not here, floater is loose.
It could still be Crown.
That is true. We do have the crown, but no one has the money for it yet. I'm telling you, I would have sold something to get that crown while I was there, so I don't have to go back, because the waterfall's done. You don't have to go to Melmond, because your slab is translated. It's a trip back, and it's easily forgettable, because I have done it before. So, we'll see if the runners can keep that in the back of their mind. At least Tyerenex, anyway. Trinton's almost to the unrunnable fight again. Wonder what he's got planned for it this time.
I have to assume he's been conserving his resources a bit better, because I think he realizes now he cannot afford to burn all of his level 2 magic.
Oh, it's a better formation. 2 whiz mummies, so 1 fire 2 should get rid of everything else. If he gets good rolls on it all, which he didn't.
Now that's still not a bad situation to have to fight your way through.
No, he can still use 1 more fire 2 charge if he wants, though. Oh, he can use 2 more. That's what he used the house for outside. Smart play. Restock your charges. Meanwhile, we have Tyerenex started in the ice. Sorcerers with some lit. The sorcerers are lit, fam. I don't know why I said that. Ignore that. It's slow too. Wow. Yes, Trinton finally made it through that fight, so he does have an extra charge, so he should be good now. Gets his X-Cal. He's about to get his loot. And there she be. You think Trinton's gonna check the, did Trinton check the vendor already?
Yeah, that's how we knew about the crown.
Yeah, it was
So Trinton
Tyerenex that did check it.
Yeah, so Trinton knows that where the crown is and how much it's gonna run him in. Oh look, images have heat.
Yeah, we seen that. And Trinton does have enough to buy the crown at the present time. He has 47k. Hydras with cremate. Hydras also have rub. They have slow. They have sleep. Wow. I guess it's better than them attacking you for 4 hits, 400 after. Meanwhile, Tyerenex diving deeper into ice. Trinton fighting everything along the way. Oh, trolls with blaze. And glare. Well, you're down.
Oh, but there is a Nacho.
Nacho man.
And that Nacho is far too sturdy for Trinton's current party. He is going to just row away. Oh, and they have Poison Touch. That's going to be fun on the Bridge of Destiny.
And we don't have warp, so they can't do the little shortcut to pick up the item here. Oh, first strike from this party. Remember, we seen this in Melmond. Oop. Images with heat. Guys,
luckily, they're not doing anything too bad with their free turn.
Trinton is back in Melman now. Let's see if he decides. Let's see if he remembers to go pick up the bottle. And yes, he does. Or the crown, sorry. Crown. Yeah, crown.
Yeah, there was no way he was going to forget that. I mean, there's a chance that between all of the death and the volcano, but not volcano, waterfall, but he's in good shape.
Oh, and the black mage is down. Oh, and he is 300 short. Okay, he's gonna take a quick fight here to get the money.
For long.
That's bad, 300 short. They should make it up though. There you go. Tons of cash, tons of cash. Red bones, first strike. Sleep touch, that could be dangerous. Falconic. Trinton is still swinging a rapier, yes. Or he might have a scimitar, I don't know.
I think he said he was picking up scimitars at the beginning, so...
I think he got a scimitar. He's got the defense in X-Cal, but they're no good without class change. Alright, now let's see if Trinton is gonna go turn in this crown right away.
I can't see him not turning it in. He's got the bottle, he's got the crown.
He knows where Gaia is.
And
he can make some checks.
There's no reason not to go ahead and do both of these checks on his way toward Ice Cave.
Okay, Falconic, I believe you're correct. I believe he is swinging a rapier. Hey man, fighter's good at it, at that level. Bottle of crown would be good right about now. Wouldn't make for good commentary. Well, I mean, it would make for good commentary. It'd be funny for you guys, but...
Oh, hey, a Zeus Gauntlet here in the Frost Wolf chest in Ice Cave.
That's a good little bit of more AoE.
It's desperately needed AoE, and also a little bit more Absorb, which is always nice.
Alright, looks like Trinton is making the play back towards Astos. Oops, spoiler alert!
Oh look, it's this formation.
And it's unrunnable. Fire 2 just ain't gonna cut it. Meanwhile, Tyerenex running into that unrunnable pack of whiz mummies and cockatrices you can find here in the swamp cave. But the Zeus Gauntlet will help make short work of it.
Oh, hey, look! All of Tyerenex's party is poisoned. We haven't seen this before.
Deja vu, anyone? Meanwhile, looks like Trinton's gonna go let the fairy out of the bottle as well. No one's went to check the level 8 shop here, so... We still haven't seen Fast or Temper. And with low black magic, Fast and Temper could be important.
I mean, you still have 4 magic shops in Elfland. I don't think you worry about where Fast and Temper could be until you've confirmed where it's not.
Tyerenex is now gonna make his... Oh, rates. This could be dangerous if he doesn't get through. They like to attack. Ooh, Life and Life 2 at level 7 white. You can forget about that, people. There'll be no Life and Life 2 in this seed.
I think that... Isn't it... No,
Nope.
it's white magic and on-rack that you can buy. That's right.
Yep, level 7 magic is off limits. Alright, and we're gonna see what the ice... Ooh, the ice has some frozen herb here. Might have to unthaw that before, you know. Meanwhile, Trinton is heading towards the Lazy King. Give back his crown. Unrunnable ogres, though.
I can't
There you go.
imagine that being a problem.
Looks like Tyerenex is gonna do a bit of an eye grind here. I don't disagree with this. But he better save some fire charges for getting out, because there is that one trapped. Oh, he's got exit.
He's got exit. He's fine.
Ooh, we have the chime. And the kindly old king is Astos. Who would have guessed that after 5 weeks?
I would hate to be in Trinton's position right now.
Yeah, what do you do?
Because, yeah, your choices are Mirage or Ice. Or Earth's still on the table.
Volcano. The armory, you could hope.
I mean, if I'm
Haven't
going to
seen
make...
nothing loose yet. So...
If I'm going to make a play based on chests, there is that temptation to just go ahead and go for Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage has got a lot of chests, and it would make for a good play, and Trin does have the levels to get through. And you would pick up some serious levels there. But the thing is, there's no offensive magic at all, and his fighter is swinging a scimitar. You're not going to kill anything in there. You're going to have to hope everything is runnable. If you come across something that's unrunnable, you're pretty well toast. Nice, crisp burnt toast.
Based on what we've seen at this point, runnability is very likely in Mirage just because we've seen so many unrunnable formations. Although I guess the Whiz Mummy Mummy encounter is an issue.
Yeah. Vampires would be an issue. So we'll see what Tyerenex decides to do here. I don't know, it's, I think the floater's loose now, or it could be part of a quest chain. So...
Yeah, we have that herb that Tyerenex is going to go turn in, so
yeah.
That's still on the table.
Yeah, it looks like he's heading. That's probably going to be his next move. Because other than that, if the floater is loose, you're going to have to dive where there's the most amount of chests. And I mean, at this level, they could probably take out Carry. So why wouldn't you do Volcano? Grab all the chests and get a fiend off the table right away.
I mean, the main reason not to do Volcano is just the time investment, I would assume. But even then, I don't know. It's one of those things, I guess it comes down to where you're feeling luckiest.
Looks like Trinton is sailing the long way around. Oh, he's going to the outside, I guess, of Elfland.
Based on this movement... No, he's heading to Ice Cave. He's gonna dock at the normal Ice Cave river.
Oh, is he really? Trinton.
The way he's following the coast, that's
Yeah.
the only thing I can imagine him doing.
Yeah, the way you're supposed to get there in vanilla. Right here. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Tyerenex is gonna go check out the herb. Give the elf prince back his herb. Let's see what the going rate for herb is nowadays. They need a lot of stuff for go mode. The ruby.
Well, Sarda's on the table now.
Yep. Now, would you go for... Now, Sarda's gotta be your next play.
Yeah. Like, that's too quick a check to not
Question in
to not
chat.
spend the time on.
Yes, washed up. Onrak is locked behind Floater as well as Elfland. Because the only two towns we haven't seen are the old Gaia and the old Leffenish, both which are airship locked. So it looks like Trinton's having a little trouble with the river, which is no surprise. Tyerenex whipping out the old nuke now. Where Tyerenex is heading. Is Tyerenex gonna make an Earth play? Oh no, he's gonna do Sarda. But then would you make an Earth play if Sarda doesn't give you the floater? If Sarda were to give you the key, say, would you chest check first? Or would you do Earth since you're in the general area? Okay, let's see. We're gonna feed the Titans addiction here. I don't condone addiction, but sometimes you have to feed it. John Reese, it could very well be a ribbon. If this turns out to be a ribbon, that would mean the floater is loose somewhere. Tyerenex gonna check these chests. Where's swords? Some money, more money. Alright. Gonna head towards Sarda now. Let's see. Is this gonna be the floater? What do you folks want to see? Ribbon? Cabin? Key? Ribbon? The key! Now, Tyerenex. What to do? Do Earth while you're in the vicinity, or do chest check first? Seems to me now that the floater is loose, behind some combination of... Actually, nope, there's no chest checks left. So the floater is loose. Falconic, I do agree with you. I would never want a full clear Earth. I have full cleared Earth on occasion. Meanwhile,
Sorry. Full clearing Earth isn't that bad until you get down to, like, the bottom floor.
But there is a chest in the 3rd floor that's way, way off to the side. I have missed that before. It's a chest that seldom people know about. Looks like Tyerenex is going to do chest checks. He's going to stop at Northwest Castle first. I think this is the correct play right now. It's quick, easy chests. You got here, you got the Dwarfs, you got the Elfland Castle, and you got the Corneria Castle checks. As well as Topher if you want. Ooh, a katana. Meanwhile, Trinton making his way through the ice cave. Not having too much fun, but he's making his way.
Yeah, I can't imagine either runner's going to be keen on checking Keylock Temple of Fiends.
Keylock Marsh Floater, let's go! That'd be cruel.
Yeah, because they really haven't found much in the way of a...
There it is.
Well, it was Keylocked Floater.
The Dwarfs holding on to the floater. Ooh, dragon armor too. And they have the tail, so that is a great pickup at the moment. Really good class change. Got a good sword in the X, Cal. So this gives Tyerenex a little bit of a lead now.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those things that's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. Because at this point, all 4 Fiend dungeons are available. Well, actually, wait. Does Tyerenex have the chime? That was behind ground, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Yeah, so hopefully he remembers he hasn't picked up that vendor item from the Oasis yet, because that could lead him to bad places if he's looking for that chime when it's just waiting for him to go visit Astos.
Well, Tyerenex is the first to the air at the 1 hour, 6 minute, 16 second mark. See what he does right away. Is he gonna go look for the 2 towns he hasn't seen? Or is he gonna go do Cardia and Class Change? Looks like he's gonna Class Change right away. There is still one more loose item out there. But at the moment, it is not needed. So Tyerenex is literally in go mode at the moment.
Yeah, I think at this point the loose item has to be the,
It's gonna be a ribbon.
what you would call it, ribbon, yeah. Which we have not seen any ribbons yet.
No, that is another problem. I can definitely use that kata. Oh, yes, MDI. There's be no use of a katana in this seed. Trinton's gonna go through ice and get his chime. Tyerenex in the air. Is he gonna clean out Cardia, or is he gonna... See, he's sleeping on the airship now. Using the cabin in midair. That can't be comfortable.
I mean, it's gotta be better than sleeping on the ocean.
Well, looks like right now Tyerenex is digging around. I think he wants to see either a Mazmoon or a ribbon. I think that's what he's looking for at the moment.
Now, I like that move that Tyerenex just pulled out there.
There's a ribbon.
Not bothering to save before checking this, because if it was garbage, he could just reset out and have a slightly quicker trip over to the grass island.
So we have a ribbon sighting in Cardia Isles now. Was that the loose ribbon? Or was that just the loose ribbon? He's gonna finish off his checks.
Anything's a loose ribbon if you believe hard enough.
A nice sword. That's not bad. But he's got the defense and the X-Gal, so... his fighters are pretty well set up.
Yeah, but that ice sword's nice, and Tyerenex did not forget Oasis.
Nope, he's getting his crown. Which is gonna get him his chime. Which is gonna put him in go mode. Go mode! You know, play on the duel thing? Probably too young for that. Armashi floater was loose in the wharfs in the key lock. So the dwarfs were holding on. Tyerenex gonna make short work of Astos, I imagine. Come on, Astos. Well, never mind. I was gonna say whip out something good, but no chance in that. The magic has been totally abysmal right now, but shining ray of hope on the horizon, folks. We do know Elfland will be checked. MG Weirdo, there was no good magic anywhere at the moment.
Oh hey, Invis 2.
Oh yeah, Invis 2 was level 1.
It just wasn't available until class change.
The best thing they've seen has been Nuke at level 5. Life and Life 2 are level 7, so off the table completely. So there will be no Life or Life 2. Tyerenex continuing the chest check. I can only think he's looking for another ribbon, or... I don't want to say it, Whoa, take it. Whoa, help me out here. I can't pronounce that.
Oh, the Mausoleum. You know, the game changer.
Can't even pronounce it. It's that bad.
What are you talking about? The Mausoleum's a great sword. That's why we call it the game changer. Because when you find it, it just changes everything.
Trinton got his herb, exits out immediately. Aha, we're gonna get our first look at Gaia, and we have Elfland. In Black Magic, we have Fast and Temper, both level 3. That is really the only things he was looking for at the moment. Unless there's a Cure 4 here.
No, but there's a Fade in a slot he can't learn.
But he can get Wall on his fighters.
Yeah, Wall's not bad.
So that would take place of the ribbons. Because a Wall is a permanent ribbon in battle. He's not even checking level 4. Unless he just made the wrong walk. Which is quite possible. I've done that before. Prototype Axle. They found some sword. It's called the I can't even pronounce it. It's that bad. Sorry.
Oh, hey, there's that warp that they really desperately wanted while dealing with that maze-like ordeals.
And there's some Cure 4, but there'll be no Cure 4 today. So no life 2, and no Cure 4. That could be bad going into Temple of Fiends.
Oh, no, this Temple of Fiends is going to need to be completely, like, paper in order to not be a complete nightmare.
Ooh, gold Cheerios for sale. White Mage in the bar crackling. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a White Mage is definitely laughing in this go-around. Oh, Fade was White Mage only, too. Wow.
Yeah, White Mage right now is just sitting in the bar, hanging out with Shaman, Priest, and Healer.
So...
And they're just having a giggle about how they really should have brought one of them.
Quick question here. You're an hour and 12 in. You don't have an orb lit. What do you think? You behind?
I think, well, I always feel behind, but I think in this situation, you can't feel that far behind because you know how many hoops you had to jump through. Like, yeah, there's a good chance your opponent could have made that ice play super early, but knowing what's in ice...
Question in chat. Wab, the floater was key-locked in the Wharf Cave. He was hidden behind a lot of stuff. Trinton is off. Got his ruby. Probably gonna head towards Sarda now. Tyerenex dip in the armory. I can only think he's looking for either another ribbon or the best sword in the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, he might be, just because you are gonna need that sun sword on that red mage.
Well, I mean, you got no good black magic. You got fast and temper. Your fighters are gonna be doing the work. Your fighters are gonna have to do the work. I mean, you've got an X-Cal, and you've got a purple sword, and... So, I mean, you can go on it. It's definitely endgame weapons. He doesn't even have it equipped. He equipped the defense instead. I like it. I like Tyerenex's play. MG Weirdo, yes, Power Bonk could be another thing he's looking for. That is a good point. I never thought of that. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Meanwhile,
I mean... Go ahead.
Sorry, well, go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, I mean, at this point, there's just so much, like, resource management you're looking at diving Topher. Like, not just your level 3 magic, but pretty much everything else.
Well,
I honestly would not be surprised if he is trying to find something that he can at least toss on that red mage to conserve spells.
So here's another question for chat and for you. If Trinton finds both fast and temper at 3, do you bring back your black mage?
I think he has to. You just don't have enough spell slots on a red mage to be able to use those. Like, I don't know, I just think not having life available, not having fate available, having very limited casts of nuke, you can't afford to dive this Topher without the ability to end fights very quickly.
Okay, so part 2 of the question. What level would you feel comfortable at? Now that you know black magic isn't that good, and you're gonna have to go in your fighters alone.
Based on the 2 disastrous Tophers I've had this tournament, 24-25 at minimum. But I'd probably wait until I get into Temple of Fiends to actually grind it out.
Question in chat, Joe Main. Tyerenex yes is in go mode. Trinton has not skipped the floater. The floater is key locked in Dwarf Cave. So he has not done the Queen chest. The chest... the quest chain, sorry. To pick up his key, so he'll be getting his floater shortly, hopefully.
Also, shoutouts to Joe Main, my favorite Joe star.
E-Tap, are you gonna make that a meme or something now? Queen chest. I know I said it, but... Trinton about to talk to Sarda. Get the key, which will unlock the float tower. So now Trinton's gotta be like, okay, hour 16, just got my floater. Seriously gotta put my buttocks in gear. Or just got his key, sorry.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think it'll be interesting to see what Trinton does in terms of where he goes from here, because he does have one advantage over Tyerenex, I think. He's got levels.
Yeah, but he's only got 2 guys, too, once he realizes what's going on at level 3 black magic. So right now, Tyerenex is heading towards Carrie. We are about to see our first fiend an hour and 17 minutes into the sea. So let's see what Carrie's got. Let's see what Carrie's packed. Although Tyerenex is pretty buff here, so... I'd be... Okay, Trinton's in slideshow mode. Oh, Tyerenex 408. X-Cal doing the work, putting in the time. Simple Sarah, yeah. Topher could be the great equalizer on this. Anything bad in there, and it could be trouble. Tyerenex didn't provoke. Have we seen Onrak yet? It must be Lefane.
Yeah, Onrak's Lefane.
Has to be. Let's see if Tyerenex decides. Let's see where Tyerenex is going to go next here. Looks he's heading for Lefane. Yeah, he's going to do C.
It makes sense. If he is still digging around to find a couple of more items to make this Topher dive a little more safe, then this is probably the best play at the levels he's currently looking at.
Alright, Trinton is back at Gaia. See what he does. I mean, he's got a chest check. He's got to use the key in chest check, because he still knows there's 2 loose items.
Ah, I like this. He is going ahead and selling off a bunch of crap to get Oh! That's right, he doesn't know he's about to find dragon armor. He's going to be a little bit annoyed at that.
Well, you don't need money anymore. They know where the vendor item was. Heals aren't that expensive. So really, it's not a big loss. Plus, he could always revive his second fighter the way this is going, and he will have a good piece of armor for him, so...
Very true.
Meanwhile, Tyerenex is about to hit the sea. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our ladies of the evening will be overlooked tonight. Unless Tyerenex decides to make the play. Now, would you make a play for the mermaids? A lot of chests. You have exit. It could be quick to get down there.
I would be conflicted, because, like, I know that this Topher is going to be Well, okay. Let me rephrase this. I would have brought a white mage. So I would be a lot less concerned about Topher than Tyerenex theoretically might have to be.
Fal, the only loose item on the table left is gotta be a rip. We have everything else. So, I can only think that Tyerenex is gonna check chests and hope he hits a power bonker to Mazmoon. Trinton is about to get his floater, so he is gonna be happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay, I gotta stop singing.
Have you just been watching 90s cartoons recently, Canuck?
Hey, I love 90s cartoons. I grew up on 80s cartoons, actually, because I'm an old man, but... And there's Trinton's floater, and he's gotta be thinking to himself, what have I done? Just standing there contemplating. He's still contemplating.
For those of you who are more familiar with something like Link to the... There we are!
He's going for the meme. Lol.
I mean, in all fairness to Trinton, he's really not that far behind. Like,
no, he's not, but he's got a figure. And there's his dragon armor. But I mean, with this resources and stuff, Topher could give these runners a lot of issues.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you just about need a perfect Topher for these flags in order to not wind up running into a gatekeeper.
Yeah, because if you run into something like Tiamat or Kraken with poison or swinging or, you know, taking his tentacles, and there it is. The best sword. Drop the Vorpal. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Ah, Ty, you disappoint me.
I mean, in this situation, you're going to want to hold on to the Vorpal for dealing with... just in case Chaos turns out to be a beefcake. Excuse me.
Welcome to chat, Will Cleosis. What do you say? Whoa, now we're 22, we got a little bit of running going on. You want to give the folks at home an update?
Alrighty.
Since our lovely tracker has been doing a great job in keeping us on what's going on and where.
Alright, so early on in this seed, we were handed a crystal and a slab from the king and the princess. A trip over to Provoca while turning in that crystal revealed that it was Lefane, which is not early on in the game. Unfortunately, Elfland turned out to be Crescent Lake, and Crescent Lake gave us the TNT. The TNT in turn gave us the Oxyale. Did I say fortunately? I actually meant, oh god, we have to go into Marsh Cave. Because, oh god, we had to go into Marsh Cave. Marsh Cave, though, provided us with the Adamant. The Adamant led on to the blacksmith, who forged it into a very nice canoe, which enabled us to, in turn, take the ship that we got from Matoya that I conveniently left out until this moment, and go up to Waterfall. Waterfall yielded the loot from the robot, but also gave us access to the crown at Vendor item, which was at the Oasis. The Oasis, in turn, led us, or that crown, in turn, led us to the Chime, which we're going to need eventually. However, that still meant that we didn't have what we needed to get the airship up, or most of our progression. So the runners wound up having to go to Ice Cave. That's where they found the herb. They traded the herb for a ruby from the Elf Prince. The ruby let them get to Sardu, who had the key. The key, in turn, let them get to the floater, which was located in the key lock chests in the Dwarf Cave. And that brings us up to the present moment where both runners are just now starting to light orbs after a good hour or so of play. And if you want to know what towns were which, it doesn't matter at this point, they've got the floater.
And that's why, folks, he is the best at what he does. And Trinton gonna get his class change now. Meanwhile, Tyerenex took care of Kraken. I watched a fight, not too much to speak about. Thundercats. Ooh, that was a good cartoon. That and Transformers. Falconic Team Scrub is representing. We are going to be famous soon. We are going to rule the Final Fantasy scene.
Canuck, please don't write checks that we can't cash.
Yeah, I don't got much else.
Fine.
Meanwhile, Trinton dive in the Cardi Isles. He too is now in, I believe he is in go mode as well, because he has his chime. So, it's interesting to see if he's what's gonna happen here now. Life reboot question. You're not super familiar with Rando. The fights are randomized, so the unrunnable fights could be anything. Imps could be unrunnable. The only fight that is unrunnable, that's the same as vanilla, is the Sahags and the Zahag. And that is because they share, because each fight has an A and a B. The Sahags share theirs with Garland, who is always unrunnable.
Pirates.
It's Garland, isn't it?
No, it's pirates.
Is it pirates?
Yeah,
Either way, they're both unrunnable.
It's a 9x9, it's a 3x3 and a 3x3. That's how you remember it.
Okay. Either way, it's true. That is why they are unrunnable all the time.
I think Garland might be the B-side of Astos.
Could be. But it looks like Trinton has brought some people back to life. Like I figured he would. Because he's equipping that fighter with the steel armor he bought, so...
I think he's been to Gaia. I think he went up to the Gaia location, saw what Elfland had in store. Maybe.
I don't know if he's been to Gaia yet. I haven't seen him go there.
Well, then he's going to be bringing that Black Mage back before too long.
Meanwhile, Tyerenex is making his way through Mirage Tower. I can't see him checking too many chests now. Just the easy ones along the way, because the only thing he's really missing now is the power bomb. That's the only thing you could want. I mean, you only have one ribbon, but both your fighters have wall. They could wall themselves the first round. Ribbon situation taken care of. Trinton finally making his way to Elfland. He's going to get the... when he checks that black shop, see if he beats his head off the wall for a while. He's going to check level 4. Ooh, Will, is that match tonight? There's something a little special planned for mine and Mama Duck's match. Keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you do want to see something else tonight, I believe that me and Alligator Brap are going to be racing at about 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern.
That is correct. Over on Randomania, I believe it is.
That is correct.
That'll be a good match.
Maybe for Allie, yes.
Looks like he's buying... Ooh, tried to buy the gold Cheerio, can't afford it. Running low on funds. See if he decides to bring anybody back, or if he's gonna... No, he's passed right through.
He may be thinking at this point that he's going to need to lean on double fighters.
Yeah, but he didn't bring the fighter back. He just passed right by. And he's going to go to Mirage with one fighter alive. Interesting play, whoa. Let's see if it pays off for him. Meanwhile, Tyerenex taking on the Blue Dragon. There goes the Blue Dragon.
Man, how come I never get to deal with paper blue dragons? All of mine are just, you know, just ridiculously muscular. I get the freaking blue dragon out of bone, and everyone else gets, you know, something else.
Well, we got a chance right now. I'd like to once again thank Speed Gaming for having us aboard tonight. For us bringing you this fabulous match. We gotta thank our restreamer, Corrito, doing a bang-up job back there. Without him, it would not be possible for you folks to see this action. As well as our tracker, newly graduated duckling, Braxia's muse. Thank you for keeping us on our toes.
I guess you could say right now he's Traxxas Muse. Eh? Eh?
And also I'd like to thank my co-commentator, one half of the fabulous Team Scrub.
Mostly fabulous because we both favor red hats.
Yeah, it's gonna be a red hat party. Tyerenex checking the easy chest. Ooh, I seen power for a second. Got a little excited. It was just the staff. Alright folks, it's that time again. Get out those bless RNGs if you want to see the metal monstrosity. Come out with nuclear.
And it looks like Trinton is just going to grind on these blue dragons for a few minutes.
Not a bad blade or paper. Good experience.
And his white mage is dead.
And that's gone.
The red mage is dead.
And he's gone. Alright, I see the bless RNGs coming out. We're almost there. Looks like he's just gonna level this fighter.
I mean, I can see it. Like, if he's anticipating Topher being a slog, he can exit out with this fighter, pop over to Gaia, get that red mage on his feet, and then have everything he needs.
Ooh, the whiz vamps. They're kinda tanky. Frank Ears, where do you get this randomizer? All your questions will be answered thanks to Falconic. And we would welcome you into the community. There's lots of good resources and lots of people always willing to help.
Absolutely. If y'all are enjoying this show right now, please come hang out with us. You know, I believe right now there's at least a few people missing this race because they're busy going over seeds that they ran earlier in the hopes of improving. So, you know, there's always the opportunity to learn and improve and get to the point where you know way too much about the math underlying Final Fantasy I. Way too much.
Septimus, thank you very much for that information. Garland's B-side is the 1-2 Iron Golf fight. That I did not know.
Hey, thanks, Septimus.
E-tap, investigating source of distress signals. Meanwhile, Trinton's still grinding that blue dragon. I wonder where he intends to take this. Probably for the extra swing, I would think.
What's the break point for Excal? Is it 27 for your 5th swing?
I don't know, but that's probably what he's going for, I would think.
Well, he's still going, and he just hit 27, and... Oh, hey, look, it's Warmech!
We found him! Program initiated. Eliminate. Eliminate. Oh, and Tyerenex is going at him. Fasting. Warmech. Oh, nearly takes out the Black Mage. Oh,
holy
paper.
Crap! That is... They made that Warmech out of, like...
That was the inferior version. That was Warmech, like, 1.1.
That Warmech must have been manufactured at the same place they built the Titanic. That's the only thing I can think of.
Ouch.
Well, I mean that...
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's the prevailing theory, last I checked, was that part of what sank the Titanic was that the metal used in its construction was of inferior quality, and thus sheared far easier when the iceberg hit it.
Tiamat's taking a beating here and still going. But the Mesmoon's gonna cut him down, chop him up. We're all gonna have Tiamat for dinner. Question in chat, Life Reboot, what is Temper? Temper is, a way to strengthen your weapon, and it stacks.
And it works in this... One of the things the randomizer does, for those who are unaware, is it fixes a lot of the bugs in Final Fantasy I. In fact, I think it fixes almost all of them, and devs are also at this point looking at some of the balance issues that could come into play.
The flame swords actually do more damage to ice enemies. Like, they actually have a purpose now.
Block actually lowers evasion.
Team steak. Love my steak. I'm no vegetarian. Tyerenex, tree orb's lit. Heading for, we can only think he's gonna go mode Earth.
Yeah, it's always funny to me how they just have this one dungeon that's like 1/4 of the plot critical elements and there's just no real danger in it.
Life
you just
reboot.
kind of go down to the bottom of this cave and then you leave.
Life reboot, to answer your question, Intel does nothing. So, I don't know if the devs are gonna fix that upcoming. Maybe make your black mages do a little more damage with spells than red mages. Could
At
make
this
some
point-
more interesting parties.
At this point, intelligence doesn't matter. I think there's been some discussion about, well, they change it up in the remakes, but they also change up a lot of other things about how magic and M-Defense work. But in the original, as far as anyone can tell, there's not even a hint what intelligence was meant to do. So, in the randomizer, they just straight up don't even bother displaying it on the status menu. You just see your M-Def instead.
So Trinton didn't exit out. And it looks like, I think he's going deeper. Is he actually going to try to take on Tiamat with one fighter?
I mean, he's level 32, I think, at this point, and he's got Excal.
Rayleigh Nelly Russ. Yes, there is another race tonight. I believe it's starting at 10 Eastern. And it features my co-commentator. And that will be over on the Randomania family of channels.
And if you're lucky, you might get to see me not making dumb decisions and forgetting things. Not that I'm bitter. Totally bitter.
I forget things all the time. I have a crystal. I don't give it back to the old lady. She don't need it.
Well, yeah,
I just keep it.
but we've already established you're old.
Ooh. Shots fired. And hi, Vampire. And bye, Vampire. Ooh, Vampire's taking a little tank.
Like I said, it's the weirdest dungeon. You just walk to the bottom and you get an orb. And there's nothing to slow you down.
Trinton hits a war mech. It looks like he's on the same encounter table as Tyerenex was. That dragon armor's gonna pay dividends now against the Scorches and the Lightnings. And Trinton being in go mode, he didn't have to check any chests, so he knew he could just blaze right through.
Now, he did check the 4 greed chests here in Sky, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does check the Sharknado chest. So he's probably going to pick up that Mazza, and he's going to be thrilled to have that Mazamune on a level 32 fighter.
Tiamat's pretty beefy, but I don't think Tiamat's any match for a level 32 fighter with Excal and Dragon Armor. Nope, not at all. And Trinton has his first orb lit at the 1 hour 38 minute mark. I mean, he's gotta be feeling like, you know, he's gotta be waiting for that dot done to appear.
See, I have to wonder if that played into his calculus of deciding to go ahead and grind that fighter to 32.
Ooh,
You know, you have
Ooze.
that mix... Go ahead.
Oozes with Fire 3 and Heal 3. Giving Tyerenex the short end of the business. Flash!
Oh, no! He manages to get that nuke off, but he is down to a single knight and a black mage.
Ah, he's good to go. It's only Earth.
Yeah,
This happens in Topher. With no life
mean-
in life too. This could be dangerous.
I'm just gonna point out, he still has to actually get to Lich, and there could be another ooze fight on the way.
Wab? No, I don't believe you can find him anywhere else. I ain't sure though. Don't hold me to that, but I've never seen him anywhere else. And I believe they are one of the 3 and 256 encounters. Like, they're like the blue Tyro. And I believe there's one more. Like, another golem, another type of golem that I believe are only 3 and 256 chance to encounter. And I believe the ooze is one of them. Iron goals. There you go. Thanks, guys. You're the best. I love chat. Chat's so awesome.
Alright, Tyerenex has lit his 4th orb. He is going to probably go revive his party and then go to face chaos.
Now,
well,
would you grind? Or would you just make a dive for info to see how bad it's really going to be?
I would probably make one dive, just in case it turns out that I hit the jackpot. But it would be with a mindset of, if I die, I'm just going to go grind.
Trinton heading towards, the old Leffinish, so we know that happens to turn out to be on-rack, so we must be going to get Sky out of the way, C out of the way.
And he has brought that Black Mage back up.
He is in go mode, and he does see those level 3 and level 3 spells, so... But he's got a lot of catching up to do. Unless this Topher is really, really messy, this is Tyerenex's race to lose. Where's Tyerenex going? I think he's gonna hope he can get life for life too, but I'm pretty sure you can't. So I'm pretty sure, Worth to check though. I would have checked too, because I wouldn't have been sure.
Yeah, I would have checked as well. Like, if you have even the slightest doubt in your mind as to whether or not you're right about which spell slot is which, you check that.
And here we go. Tyerenex enters the Temple of Fiends at 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 55 seconds. Get your popcorn ready and get comfortable, folks, because this could be a bumpy ride. Meanwhile, Trinton dealing with some Sahags, the unrunnable Sahags. And I don't think we've seen lightning in this scene yet. Question for the Canadian. Ooh. A mage is locked out of a spell. What determines what spells are locked? The game?
Specifically, it's based off of what spell was originally in that slot and whether it was learnable by a given class. So,
there you go.
For example, everyone except the White Mage is locked out of the 2nd slot of 1st level White Magic because I believe in Vanilla that's Harm. So a Red Mage will never be able to learn whatever's in the 2nd slot of White Magic level 1, nor will a Knight.
Alright. Our first look at some Chimeras here. Pretty beefy. Hitting for 4 and 5 hits.
Yeah, they took 400 on the chin.
Chimeras? I always call them chimeras. Or chimeras.
I pronounce them however I want. I'm from South Alabama. I can mispronounce everything.
Oh, so you're from the backwards.
Y'all can't stop me.
You're from the backwards part of the South.
No, I'm from the part of the South that has Mardi Gras. We're the best part.
Chimera. Thank you, Falcon. Is Trinton gonna check these greed chests, I wonder?
I mean, he's checked every other greed chest since he hit go mode. I would be surprised if he skips these.
Let's see what Lich 2 has to offer. Just gonna go all out fight. Oh, he's gonna fast his Mazmoon wearer and his fastest fighter. Oh, tank comes out. 359. Gone. Lich, it was over before it began.
You realize that means he's going to wipe and discover that Lich has a turn 1 nuke, right?
It'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome. Trinton finds a Bane Sword and the Mazmoon. Oh yeah, so I guess Tyerenex did check those chests. My bad, people. Now would you bring back your second fight? With the Mazmoon, the X-Cal?
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. But Trinton's also better than me, so he might see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, see, Trinton's 2 and 2. I'm 1 and 3, so I have no right to question anybody's decisions.
But to address the question in chat real quick, because I'm obligated by the ways of my people, no blank, you have Mardi Gras too. And borrowed it from us. You're welcome.
Ooh, Tyerenex putting up some walls against Carrie. Must be scared of the nuke coming out, but the Masma and doing the work chops Carrie up. Dice and slice. Tyerenex already on the water floor. It's been a pretty smooth go so far. Hasn't really come across anything too dangerous at the moment. Meanwhile, Trinton making his way towards Kraken 1 as Tyerenex is making his way towards Kraken 2. We may see double crack.
Yeah, Trinton's chances of
Success are
getting
higher.
an equalize. Yeah, well, it's more that his chances of getting equalized into a chance are slipping away very quickly. Like,
alright, Kraken
we have
2 is gonna put up some fencing. Walls, fast, tempers. Is Kraken gonna come out swinging, or is Kraken gonna be a paper tiger? 2 hits, 109 with a fast on. That isn't good. Kraken with the lit 2. We'll toss out some nukes now. Kraken tries a stun, no go. Tank shoves it off. Ooh, not hitting. Got some good absorb there.
yeah, I think he's done about 500, 600 damage to Kraken 2 so far. Fortunately, Kraken 2 not being as deadly as Kraken 2 can be.
No, basically just throwing out spells, but he took that 300 point nuke to the face and a 400 swing. Ooh. Well, Tyerenex has been pretty good so far. We haven't seen anything bad at all yet, actually.
Yeah, on the flip side, though, that cost him most of his nuke supply, I'm pretty sure.
Funny play.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's worried about Tiamat having high absorb as well.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't have... Like I said, he burned through a lot of those nukes just getting through that Kraken fight. If Tiamat or Chaos has high absorb, he needs that Vorpal.
And Trinton has just lit his second orb by taking down Kraken. So I guess Fire and Earth are still on the table for Trinton, so he is in go mode, folks, so he will be making his way as fast as he can. Edge did horrible things. Hey, Moist, welcome to the chat. Kraken 2, Tyerenex going all out offensive, nukes, fast, spades, not even putting any defenses up. I heard Tiamat fasted himself. Tiamat, 7 hits, 700. And that's with some defenses up. You better get rid of him quick. And no life spell, so now he's down to 1 fighter. Still doable though with the 1 fighter. Oh, ambushed by some Whiz-Vamps. The Whiz-Vamps decide to attack. I don't know if that nuke's enough to get the vampires. Gets away. Alright, we are at the end. He's down a fighter. Will he equip the Masmon on his alive fighter, or will he stick with the Vorpal? Meanwhile, Trinton's making his way through fire, fast as he can through the volcano. Not even checking a single... Oh, no, he's gonna check the easy chest, I guess.
No reason not to. It's like 1 extra step.
So he put the ribbon on his fighter, and he's got the Vorpal on his fighter. Alright.
It makes sense. You got fast available, you might as well.
Oh, he's gonna wall his red mane, and he's gonna start to fast, and the defense sword. So he's putting up some defenses quick. Chaos comes out swinging 179. Black Belt's like, I'm still standing, punk. Is that all you got? And here comes the Tempers, along with more defense. It's all about the Tempers now. It's all about keeping that fighter alive. Chaos takes another swing at the red mage. Alright, Tempers going out still. No healing either. No heals in the seed, no cure. Better get some defenses up and hope he doesn't have nuke. Chaos just attacks. Offense time, nuke 106. Oh, he has the Masmon on. 4 hits, 219. This is looking dangerous. The longer Chaos stays alive, the more chance something deadly could happen. Putting up more defenses. Chaos takes out the red mage. Defense don't matter to Chaos. DPS swipes. 5 hits, 525. Chaos still standing. Good old Brax strats. Ineffective. Nuclear comes out. It's down to whole day to win. 6 hits, 830. 3 hits, 4. Chaos damage poison. 35. This looks good, folks. Chaos is beefy. 7 hits, 1386. Get your GGs out in chat, folks. Tyerenex finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 3 seconds. So Topher wasn't too bad. Trinton gets the bad news. See if we can get Tyerenex in here. See if both of our runners will join us. I'm not sure if Trinton has decided to... no, Trinton is keeping on going to finish the season. Good on him. So I don't know if behind the scenes is working to see about getting Tyerenex in here.
He should be along in a minute. He's probably just taking a moment to breathe, because that came down to the wire.
Yeah, Tiamat coming out. Tiamat. Chaos coming out with the nuclear. I was gonna say it, but no, this is prime time. Alright, Trinton making his way through Earth now. Tree orbs lit. Looks like he's gonna finish out the seed. Props to Trinton.
And I believe we have a Tyerenex in here with us. GG, Ty.
How's it going? Thanks.
You have fun with that one?
Not really. No, it was kind of that.
Okay. So the magic just completely sucked. We'll just go there right away.
Yeah. I mean, it was horrible magic. It was just a lot of out in the seas trying to do all these fetch quests that I thought were gonna work out, but ended up not working.
Well, you are now 3-2, so you are in the play-in race, guaranteed into the play-in race, which means you only have to win 1 match to get into the brackets, not 2. So how does that make you feel?
Pretty good. Yeah, I had a pretty tough schedule, so I actually feel pretty good at about 3-2. Last year I didn't make the play-in race, so this is going to be a first for me.
Trinton is making his way through Earth Cave now. He didn't find the floater till way after you, I believe.
Oh.
That floater was hidden pretty good.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was key-locked Dwarf Cave?
Yeah, key-locked dwarves, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I checked it. I mean, luckily for me, it was... the key came from Sarda, and I was kind of right in that area to check all the key. So, I don't know if that was fortunate or not, but, you know, I kind of knew once I saw that it was the key, I was like, okay, it's either key locked, or it's in Earth, or it's in Volcano. Had to be one of them. Because I knew Onrak had to be one of the towns I couldn't get to, so I knew it wasn't one of those weird, like, floater isn't required.
Will Cleosis, yes, Will C was alive for the first 35 seconds of the game. Maybe 40? Give or take.
Oh wow, he's got some levels.
Yeah, he stopped and grinded on the blue dragon.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But just on the fighter. His red mage took a nice shot and died, but he continued grinding on the fighter, so. But he's been going with 2-man strats most of the game. He should make short work of carry here. I can't see So what did you think of that unrunnable mummy combination in Waterfall?
Oh, it wasn't. I mean, we lucked out they didn't really have anything too nasty. I felt like I barely got away with some stuff in the Marsh Cave. That was a long time ago, but if I remember right, there was some nasty stuff in Marsh, and I think it was good of me to go to Crescent Lake, which was Provoca, and get the exit spell.
Yeah, Trinton had some trouble in Marsh. He hit some stuff you didn't see. Although those bones are pretty nice with damage poison.
Oh yeah, I mean...
They treated you well.
I mean, I eventually found, like, the encounter that I didn't run into them.
Looks like Trinton got all 4 orbs lit. He's restocking his stuff, and it looks like he is about to make his Topher dive.
Yeah, Trinton opted to grind his one of his knights up to level 32 before he found the Mazza. So, based on what we saw on your end, I cannot imagine this is going to take him very long to wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, I felt pretty good. 24 is usually fine if you have the Mass Immune with me. Yeah, that last Chaos gave me some trouble, but then, you know, Tiamat 2 just decided to absolutely knock me out. My, you know... That's one of the reasons I like the 2-fighter party, is it's really safe in Topher. You can, like, leave one of your fighters in the front line to absorb hits, but not for, you know, whatever he hit me. And there's, like, no life magic. There's no real good cure magic for the red mage at all. It was a weird seed for magic. I'm definitely glad I had 2 fighters.
Yeah, we've seen you go back and check for life and life too. I think, were you just hoping on a Women of Prayer, or were you just...
I never... Dude, I've been doing this for over a year, and I still don't remember all the spell permissions for red mage.
Yeah, me neither. And Falconic. Well, I guess you can call it the Falconic character on Trinton's side. Those mages had lit 3. That you guys did not see in the Ice Cave.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that.
Trinton just saw it.
Well, on the bright side, while you two were talking, I just realized there's an easy way to remember. Onrak will never have black. You have to go to Gaia.
Okay. Yeah, that's I kind of know it based on the vanilla spells, but then I don't remember where the vanilla spells are for level 7. So, I don't know. It was right there, and I was just thinking, heck, if this was the one spell slot Red Wizard could learn, then I was gonna, you know, do a little grinding in Topher to get to whatever level the Red Wizard would get a level 7 charge and go from there, but it didn't work out that way. Yeah,
no, when you did it, both Canuck and I agreed, you make that check in the situation that you're looking at. Even if you are 95% certain that that's not the slot, it's just, if you're wrong, you're gonna feel really dumb.
And before Trinton hits the Lich 1, I once again would like to thank everybody who makes this possible behind the scenes. Our tracker Braxius Muse, my co-commentator Wout, our restreamer Rando, as well as myself, the Hangry Canuck. And make sure you give these runners a follow, Tyerenex and Trinton. They've put on one heck of a show for you tonight. We'll see, he's gonna get some levels. See, my question to the Canadian earlier was much tougher than anticipated. Nico, I'm not sure if I've seen your question, bud.
He was the one who asked about the, spell slots.
Mazmun putting in work.
Yeah. Trinton basically has turned his fighter into a mini black belt. He's not gonna have any issues with this.
No, one fast and a swing and it's pretty much over. Taking some fights still, though. Or was this unrunnable? I didn't see.
No, I don't think really anything was unrunnable in Topher that I remember.
Yeah, because y'all got all the unrunnables out in the first 30 minutes.
I guess he's trying to get, we'll see some levels. we'll see in Falconic. Gonna come across Carrie here. Carrie didn't pull out anything dirty against you, I don't think. I
No.
remember. But no, were you, towards the end when you were in go mode, you were still checking some chests. Were you hoping for a power bonk or a white shirt? Or what was your, or a ribbon? Like, what was your line of thinking? Because you were in complete go mode, you had the weapons and armor you needed, I thought.
Yeah, I just didn't have the levels, so I was just kind of fighting stuff while checking, you know, because there was a couple things I could have got, like a ribbon or a white shirt or something like that, but it was mainly just I needed more levels, I felt like, so I just kind of fought stuff on the way to treasure chests and stuff like that.
Trinton got ambushed by some waters, but he gets away. And he's almost at Kraken 2, which we seen. Didn't really have much to scare, too much scary. Hit you with a couple of light ice 2 and lit 2s, but that didn't do much, so we never got to see him attack, so.
Yeah, I think Tiamat's the tough one here. It hits hard and
Yeah, Tiamat
doesn't
hit your
had a
fighter
lot of health, if I remember.
for like 7 hits, 700 or something. He put a beating on you.
I think that fighter I had in the top, I didn't have too great equipped.
Trinton went and bought the steel armor, but just before he opened the keylock chest and found the dragon armor.
I mean, it did work out for him, and we're probably about to see just how much punishment this knight's gonna put on Kraken.
Yeah, fast and a couple of tempers if the tempers go off first. Oh, Kraken tried to fight back, but yeah, no. 7 hits, 898. 2 hits, 89 from the X-Cal. Instant sushi, I agree. Come on, throw a nuke out, man. You gotta heat up that sushi. But then
That
it's
is-
not sushi.
That is a horrifying thought on almost every level, Canuck.
There it is. Heating up that sushi. Spicy. Alright, he's on to Tiamat. Let's see if... Oh, ambushed by waters. Right at the ladder. Black Mage is in trouble. One shot to the Black Mage.
Oh, he
what's
must
up,
be on a different encounter table than me. I got ambushed by those vampire and whiz vampire like 2 steps before the chaos floor. I was clenching there.
Yeah, we've seen that. It's like, oh, if one of those vampires take out the red mage, it's not going to be good. But he makes her through. Got lots of heal potions left. He's still got 50 or so he's not lacking in that department. Be interesting to see if Tiamat fasts himself again and decides to go to town here.
I mean, even if Tiamat tries to go to town, like, Trinton's in a pretty good position to just deal with it.
Here's the whiz vampire fight. 1 whiz vamp and 6 vampires. And they still hit like trucks no matter what seed. But nuke clears them all out easy enough, and he runs away. That's the best, when you waste a whole nuke on a bunch of enemies and one lives and then you run away. Microwave syrup. Oh, microwave syrup, add fresh sushi. I don't know what sushi would be like with maple syrup. Interesting combination. Tiamat fasted himself first round, but I don't know if he's going to get a chance. Will for 912, Edge for 912, Will for 100 and some, Fire 2 for 21.
Yeah, the only way Tiamat gets a hit off here is if it outturns Edge.
And it didn't. Bye, Tiamat. And Trinton is on to the big feller.
He should be fine.
Yeah.
I will duck out of here and let you guys call the chaos fight. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, take care,
Alright,
Tyerenex.
GG, buddy. Good luck next week in the plane race. And here we go. Trinton gonna set up his... I don't know if he's even gonna bother changing his party around. He doesn't get a ribbon on that fighter, though. on the top fighter, I don't think, so... Chaos decides to pull out something crazy.
I mean, we know that he favors attacking and then skills. It'd be pretty strange for him to pull anything out. And yeah, that's 5 hits for 500 without a crit. So, yeah, methinks that, Chaos is gonna be dead. 5, 4, 3...
No, Chaos was pretty beefy. Chaos took a couple of shots.
2.5... 1 3/4.
Look at Hymo down there.
A third.
Yeah,
One
Chaos
and
is
another
heavy on the
quarter. 1 and like an 1/8. 1 and a 12th.
Oh yeah, that red mage is in gut check mode right now. 1 hit point. Go with Bane strats. Come on, Chaos. Suck on that poison smoke.
And Chaos is down. I can't drag that out. Darn
And
it,
down
Trinton.
goes Hymo. Chaos fighting back pretty good, but he's all attacks. We haven't seen anything other than attacks out of him. And down he goes. Get your GGs out in chat for Trinton.
That was a doozy.
Oh, well, that was
Hi,
quick.
Trinton.
GG.
Well, survived it. That was quite easy. Obviously, there was a way to do it faster, but I don't know the way I was doing that faster. But
Tyerenex had the
I think it was
floater.
so awful.
Floater long before you. The fetch quest for the floater was long.
I lost
Yeah.
track. Was Crown actually required for the floater?
No.
No, Crown gave you the chime.
Okay, so that's probably the biggest thing is that I took the bait that direction.
Well, I mean, also he just managed to get through Waterfall in one go because he had his black mage up, so he had enough fire 2 shots to clear everything out and still exit.
Yeah, I think I did it at a lower level, even lower than I wanted to, but there was just nothing to get levels against in that early game was what really set me back. I mean, I scraped together to get to level 10, but at that point I should have been more like 15.
Yeah, it definitely started off slow and there was no good magic anywhere.
And that was the biggest thing, and it really took me towards 2-man, and then all of a sudden the blue dragon goes from doing 60 damage to 100 damage, and then I'm down to 1, and, well, I'm getting through this one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, if Topher turned out to be a little bit tougher, that probably would have saved you right there doing that long grind.
Okay, we have a question from chat here. Trinton, if you could do it all over, would you have kept Wilsey alive to take control of the game?
Whose fault do you think that was? Every time I bring Will in my party, this is what happens to me. I blame Will.
So what you're saying is that I should heavily encourage you to put Will in your party next Saturday? Assuming I make it through tonight?
Well, I wish you better luck than I had. I think I used up all the bad luck. Although I was
don't
amused
say
to find
that.
Masa in that Sharknado room.
Yeah, Mazmoon was a big pickup because you were just going to be left with the X-Cal and I can't say it, sorry. I just can't spit it out.
He was talking about the Vorpal.
I never found Vorpal. But yeah, Excal would have been fine there. I would have rationed the Fast and Tempers differently if that's what I had needed to do. But with Masa, I was just going to spam fast through all the fiends.
Yeah,
actually, I was
Topher
impressed how
really
much my party survived on Chaos, and I was surprised how long Chaos survived.
Yeah, Chaos was pretty beefy, but all he did was attack. Same thing with Tyerenex. I don't think we've seen anything out of him other than
No,
attack.
we saw nuclear and we saw another skill from Chaos. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Did he have Oh, he had nuclear, yeah, because I nearly spit it out.
Yeah, he had nuclear, and then he had something else that was not nuclear, but still... Oh, damage poison.
Oh, okay.
But he was very low probability to use anything aside from punching.
Well, anyways, I said to Tyerenex in the SRL room that you had to earn that one because it was not easy to make progress in the early game. I mean, I don't even know how you could walk out of Marsh. Exit was required.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
any final thoughts there, Trinton, before we wrap this up for the evening?
Well, this was my last Swiss match. I came in with 2 goals. 5 complete seeds, 1 win. So I got my 5 complete seeds tonight. I managed to get 2 wins. So I did a lot better than I had hoped going in.
Good way to look at it.
Yeah, I like the attitude, so...
And
Hopefully-
GG to you, sir, and good luck in your plane race.
Thank you, and I hope everybody enjoyed those nice, fun damage rolls against all the fiends.
Oh, those were fantastic. They made up for the lack of black belt we've seen all tournament.
All right, whoa, do you have any final comments, or would you like to take us out, buddy?
I think I'm in pretty good shape. I'm going to go start preparing for my match in about an hour and 15 minutes. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, I believe someone will put it into chat here. That someone was me. But, you know, come join us. Come join the tournament Discord. Come join the community center. Come join the developers Discord if you're interested in that side of things. And yeah, there'll be an all-call in about an hour letting you know when the next batch is up. Spoiler, it features me. But Canuck, why don't you take us home? You brought us in, you take us out.
All right, sounds good. Once again, thank you, Speed Gaming, for having us tonight. I would like to thank our runners, Trinton and Tyerenex, for giving us one heck of a performance. And our behind the scenes, Braxia's Muse, doing his best job as tracker. Thank you very much for keeping us on our toes. And we can't forget about our restreamer, Corrido, who brought us into your living rooms via the interweb. And like Wout said, there will be another match in an hour over on the Randomania family. My co-partner, Team Scrub. But anyway, I guess that'll do it for me. I'm the Hangry Canuck. Make sure you give all the runners and hard workers a follow. And I hope you guys have a pleasant evening and a better tomorrow.